Hello, how are you doing? It's been ages since I've been on here. I thought I'd do you a little video today because we're in this gorgeous new moon energy of the Aquarius new moon. Um, so I've just been listening to a little podcast, actually, a little astrology report about this energy being really destabilizing at the moment, and you might have felt it. I certainly have this last few weeks. Um, since we've had this Pluto shift. I don't know a massive amount about astrological charts and all of that stuff, but I do feel intuitively really drawn to ground more. So you might have picked that up already. Um, Also, just for myself, I'm finding it really difficult to kind of anchor down to anything particular. But then again, we are also still in this lovely wintering energy. So even though we've had Imbolc just last week, and yeah, maybe starting to feel those spring vibes a little bit, it's not quite there yet. So I think we're still in this, this wintering cocoon. So this week we move into new moon territory, which, as I've shared before, is all about resting. So really working with the energy. If you are somebody who is, a bit of a burnout queen, like I have been and can still have that tendency to overdo and over push, then what I've really found in my own experience with working with this system, this wild feminine wisdom system that I've created, is that if we can really take the time to rest in the new moon, whether it is, taking a day off, having a duvet day, just sitting and reading a book, or just having a day to yourself, and start to really forward plan this in. So, checking in your diary. If you do have a moon diary, I can really recommend like having a diary that does factor in the moon cycle, so you can really have a look at like when is that moon coming up, where do I need to create that space for myself to rest. So this week I've got my little book here, and I've got a wheel that goes with this. This is my Living Wealth Feminine Wisdom. It's like a workbook, so this really helps you to keep track of what's going on and what are the energies. So I'm going to just bring a little bit of this in so you can see how this works. So the sacred invitation for this week is an inward slow energy. So it's about grounding. And it's about energy in. So it's rather than, pushing against a downward moving and inward moving energy, we're really stepping into this, claiming that time to rest, to slow down, to not do, and this can be one of the biggest challenges I find. So this is about like paying attention to our inner world, like what's going on within us, what is there, what's present, what do we need to change, or maybe, are we really happy where we're at? So again, there's always that invitation too. So detachment is just kind of coiling in a little bit, just winding in, creating a sanctuary, so creating a lovely space, for yourself to be in. Rest and reflect, just having that time to rest, reflect on the on the last moon cycle, the last month that's gone past, and maybe starting to plant seeds, not putting into action anything at this point, but maybe just thinking about like what might I want to create in the next moon cycle. How do I want to live in the next moon cycle? Who am I becoming next? What is this next version of me as I move through this next cycle? So sacred movement in yoga, really yin restorative, is never going to go amiss here. Just having those times to really relax, setting out maybe a couple of afternoons where you can just really lay down and maybe yoga nidra, or a deep relaxation. I can share, a little bit of that. And there is a few things on my YouTube channel if you want to have a look at that up as well. Breath work, really lovely. Nourish. It's all about nourishing this cycle. So nourishing with breath. time in nature. You know, nature is just beautiful at the moment. The birds, I don't know if you've tuned into the bird song at the moment. It's just gorgeous. You know, they feel really excited that, you know, spring is coming, and there's that lovely affirmation that is on its way. So sacred foods, nourishing foods, like you know, soft, warm foods are really going to nourish your body. In our work, you know, maybe again this evaluating, you know, looking at, reflecting on where, you know, what is serving, what isn't, you know, what needs to go, what needs to release, what worked, what didn't, and not being afraid to let go. I think this is one of the you know, real invitations in this in new moon is to not be afraid to do things differently, not be afraid to, you know, do something in a slightly different way. So our strengths at the moment, being present, slowing down, getting into stillness. So in stillness, often this is where we kind of can really tap into our inner wisdom, you know, that inner intuitive wisdom. Because I feel as if at the moment, and you know, as we move into this Aquarian energy as well, there is a real invitation to really tap into like what is authentic to me, without looking outside of ourselves for, you know, validation from someone else, but really starting to tap into that inner voice, that inner knowing, that part of us that, you know, just knows it's a yes or it's a no. You know, I always like this feeling that, you know, does it feel heavy or does it feel light? So this is our navigational system. I think that's what I feel as we move into these new energies, which are about vibration. You know, does this feel you know, do I feel like I'm pushing against a closed door, or does this feel light and exciting, and is it lighting me up, is it getting me excited? You know, is my heart really you know, feeling the lightness of this, and does it feel exciting? So I hope that was helpful, and yeah, I'm getting back into doing a bit of videoing, which you know that I don't like, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to push out my comfort zone a little bit, and yeah, I hope to see you really soon, and sending you loads of love. Take care. Bye, honeys.